Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Wednesday, it's the 8th of June. We have got some new mods. We have got some updates. We have got the 980k wheel loader by genamsk, the vintage auger pack by BC Beulah, the low loader with 16 wheels by Japan Modding Eric's 05, the old farm package by DMI 20mm Normandy, the cow shed with barn by Leo, the small grain silo by Didec 96, the Grimmer Veratron 470 Platinum Terra Track. Now that actually updated yesterday or the day before, but I'm sorry, Inks, this is the first mod review since that. And the map Osada by Rajo G Play. Now that map update, the change log is very long. There's loads and loads of stuff there. It says it's changed, but it doesn't say whether it needs a new save game or not. So I can't say for certain whether it will or not. It doesn't say, but check out the change log. There's a ton of stuff that's been changed on Osada. That is the updates. I'm going to start here with the large universal shovel. This is by MacTrucker921. 3.41 megabytes download, 3 slots on console, 3,500 litre capacity. It has a load of options for attachment, so it will go on skid loader, front loader, telehandler, wheel loader, whichever one you want to go for. You will find it under tools, under front loader tools. On the end there, 2,500, that's all. Slot count will come down to 1, although in the shop the bottom of the bucket is in the ground. I'm not quite sure why that is. Add shovel teeth, yes or no, although you can't see them. Like I said, attach type, we've got front loader, Manitou specifically, telehandler, skid steer loader, wheel loader, back to front loader again. Main colour, anything on that palette, there's a whole load of different ones to choose from. Then design colour changes the teeth, the shovel teeth. So can't see them in here, but it will change the shovel teeth, as you can see for this one. I went with the yellow shovel teeth and a galvanized look on the actual bucket itself. It raises and lowers, it picks things up. It's a 3,500 litre bucket. Next to that, also by MacTrucker921, we've got the Albutt Bale grab. Now there's a standard in-game version of this. This one is 1.6 megabytes download, 4 slots on console. It does say in the description that it's had many different colours added to choose from for the bale spike and grabbers. Lots of different options for what it can attach to, plus it's adjusted the speed of jaw closing animations on this. You will also find this, should have stayed in there actually, shouldn't I? Under front loader tools. There you go, the Bale King, 5,600 to buy. Slot count will come down from, what was that, was 4, down to 1. Options, same as the last one, both by the same modder. We've got front loader, Manitou, telehandler, skid steer loader, wheel loader, back to front loader. Main colour changes the main frame, like that. Design colour changes the forks, tines, however you want to refer to them. Hop in, start it up. We can do L1 and fold or unfold the tines. So for transport, you can put them out of the way. When you get to me again, like that. Then R1 on PlayStation controller, anyway. Right stick side to side. Hang on, let's do it like that. There we go. An adjusted speed on the grab for grabbing your bales. Again, not much else to say about that one. It's a bale grab, both by MacTrucker921. Moving on. We have this. This is the Farmhouse Loderer. This by farmerfivetom. 23.52 megabytes download. 70 slots on console. There's 134,800 to buy, and it will hold 20 cows. Now this you'll find under farmhouses. However, it doesn't have a sleep trigger. The sleep trigger needs to be added. This here is the sleep trigger, and it's this bench. It comes with it. I just put it here. You don't have to have it, so you can have the building without a sleep trigger if you've got a sleep trigger somewhere else. But if you want to, you can. Now, I've encountered a problem, and I don't know if it's this mod or the next one we're going to have a look at, but I'll show you what I mean in just a second. We can open the door, can we? Workshop trigger. Oh no, it's that one, sorry. Workshop, we've got just inside here, and we do have a light switch in here as well. So we do have a workshop as part of this. We can go up the ramp. Now, this is where I encountered the problem. I don't know if it's going to do the same now. I can open the rolling gate. So this is for your hayloft. It won't let me into the hayloft. I can't get in there. I've tried jumping, I've tried crouching, I've tried all sorts of stuff. I assume the gate over there opens, but I can't get to it. So I don't know what's happened there. I can open and close the gate, but I just can't get in there. Slurry point is just here for the cows. Milk point is just here, because your milk tank is just in there. Your feed and straw trigger is just inside here for your cows. And then your dialogue box is just here for your 20. Gate opens and closes. You can also do landscaping around it to add in grass and stuff like that, whatever you want to do. So here's the problem. If I go into the menu now, and like I say, I don't know which one it's causing it. If I go up to here, it says you have no pens yet. Well, quite clearly I do, because I've got some cows. So I'm puzzled by that. Yeah, I'm assuming that it opens, so you can use loaders and stuff to put bales up there. You can, with a skid steer loader, bring them back out again. But I just can't get in there. So it's got me a bit puzzled. It's a big building with loads of detail. But if we go into our menu under build mode and go along to farmhouses, like I said, 134,800, and then next to it where it says bank, that's 350, and that's the sleep trigger. So you can have that on its own, or with a sleep trigger, or I guess you can just put the sleep trigger down anywhere you want anyway. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. It's entirely your choice. That's the Farmhouse Loderer by farmerfivetom. Next to that, we have got this. This is the Homestead Pig Barn. Small Hungarian, I think it was Hungarian. This is by Pazor modding. 4.77 megabytes download. 9 slots on console. Holds 10 pigs. 9 slots on console. Holds 10 pigs. It will cost you 10,000. You'll find it under build mode, under animals, under pigs. Your feed trigger is here, as it shows. Water. They do need water in this one. This is not a barn one that gives you the water automatically. And your dialog box is just there for putting your 10 in or taking them out. The gate does open. Now, I couldn't find the slurry point, so it might be it doesn't have anywhere for slurry. I don't know if you put straw in or not. So I thought, what I'll do, I'll check the animal menu, and that's when I found the problem. It's showing I've got no pens. I've got cows and pigs, but no pens. So the only thing that's changed since I've been playing for a while has been these two. I don't, and this is the problem other people have found lately, but it's not showing me the pens. But anyway, that's the Homestead Pig Barn by Pazor modding. Next, we've got 2 packs. These are both by Lancyboi. We've got the English Shed Pack and we've got the Workshop Pack. We'll do the English Shed Pack first. We have got, actually we'll have a look in the build mode first. Under Sheds, we scroll along. This is the interesting one. So we've got blue grain storage barn, green grain storage barn, red grain storage barn. That one is 11 slots, that's 12, that's 12. But the price is 22,000, 24,000, 26,000. As far as I can tell, they're identical. It's just the colour of the actual sheet that's on it. So it's dearer if you want a red one. Not sure why, but it is. That may be the case in the real world. It might be that different coloured sheeting costs different prices. I don't know. Maybe it's peculiar. We've then got next to that green machinery barn and a blue machinery barn. 14,000 and 16,000. Slot counts are the same on both of those. They're both 8. And then we go across again, and we've got the blue panel hay barn and the green panel hay barn. Both 10,000, so same price on those. And the slot counts are 5 for those. So we'll start off here. The detailing, as always, with Lancyboi's mods, very, very good. We've got a side door here we can use if we want to. Got the main door here. So this is the grain storage. I love all the details, like with the drainage, guttering. If we come in, turn on shed lights, L3. Really nicely detailed here. The concrete looks like concrete. It's really nicely done. Bit of storage around the side. We've got a little door that opens here as well. It says, there we go. It's just all that attention to detail. It works really well. So that's the first one. Like I say, that's the red one, which is the most expensive. I checked in the green one, and it's identical. As far as I can tell, all the detailing, everything is exactly the same. If we go round here, we've got the vehicle shed. Again, really nicely detailed. I do like the cones in the way, so you can move those out of the way, put your vehicles in. So you're reserving your space in the farmyard if you want to reserve your space. And then around the back, we've got the hay storage shed. Did I go for the green? I think I might have gone for the green, not the blue. There's no lighting on this one. I don't think... Actually, there might have been lighting on this one. Did I dream it? No, no lighting on either of those, just on the grain storage. So that's your English shed pack. Then we've got the workshop pack. I'm going to start over here. Again, I'll go into build mode. Some really nice details on these as well. If we go along to tools, so I'm going to start from the right hand side. We've got the low budget workshop. The low budget one is 6 slots. We've then got the drive-through workshop, which is 7 slots. I think these are both 7 slots. The American workshop and the English workshop. 35 grand, 90 grand, 60 grand, 60 grand. So I'm going to start with the low budget workshop. Now this one has got a light switch out to the side here. If I press L3 there, it turns on the lights inside, but I love this. Oh, how many times I've seen that. Ministry of Transport Testing Centre. What joy. Yearly testing that always costs me a fortune, whatever vehicle I have, old or new, seems to be the case. Anyway, that being said, we come inside. Again, lovely detailing in here. Trigger just inside, but I think you can pull stuff up just to the side of this line here. So you've got larger vehicles, you can still get it to work. Fantastic, that's the first of them, that's the budget one. Then we've got the drive-through one, we've got 3 drive-through doors. Big old building, light switch, turn off shed lights, kind of once you're going into the middle of the room. Again, cones to mark out the different bays. Again, loads of detail. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think this is putting in, I think it's, is that pipes for taking out exhaust fumes? Does it take them out and put them out the side? I'm not too sure, because we've got this thing here. It looks like an air conditioning unit, but I'm not sure if it's taking out or putting in. Could be putting in. Regardless of all that, triggers over in the corner. 4 bays, doesn't matter which one you use. Click on that and you'll get your options come up. Again, really nicely made, nicely detailed. If we come across the side, we've got the American style, American version. Again, nicely detailed. Light switch as we come in, just turn it on as you come in on L3. Trigger at the back. This is also a drive-through, albeit a smaller single bay. And then we've got the English one, which is pretty much the same as the drive-through, just not drive-through. 3 bays, closed in the back. You expect to open the door, so, "Oh, Terry, that goose is back with his motor." It's a lot tighter than most garages I've been to. Although, to be fair, the one we have ours done at now, oh man, it's immaculate. They deal with Japanese like tuned cars, imports and stuff, and it's like a laboratory. The inside of the bays is white everywhere. The floors, it's just incredible. You can eat your dinner off the place. It's amazing. Anyway, so the English shed pack was 14.05 megabytes download. The workshop pack was 21.17, both by Lancyboi. Next, we're going to whiz through here. If I've got it right, there we go. We've got the Pöttinger top pack, or TOP pack. It's by AgrarDesignAustria. We've got a couple of Windrowers, Alpine design, lightweight for steep angled field work, that kind of thing. We've got 2 here. The pack is 9.59 megabytes download. We've got a 2.8 metre and a 3.4 metre. 2.8 metres 3 slots, 3.4 metre is 4 slots. You'll find these under Windrowers on the end. So the top 280U is the 2.8 metre and the Euro top 340 is the 3.4 metre. I'm not quite sure which one I've got hooked up, but the options on these are pretty much the same. You have the weight ball sets on the side, yes or no. You've got main colour, this does the disc, the rotor underneath. Design colour is for the plastic. You can have yellow plastic or rubber. And then the rim colour, I think we're on silver at the moment, it's silver or grey. And that's the same on both. What I like is the sound effects on this. Start up the tractor. So, unfold. That's solid. L1 and right stick. There we go. and then R1 and right stick. And away we go. Windrowing. All very nice. All very lovely. Oh, actually, no, you know what I was going to say. The options are the same. They're not. On that one, you've got the option here for a wheel. So you can have the ground wheel mounted as well. The other options are the same, but you can have the wheel. I suddenly remembered there should be a wheel on one of those. This one's got it, the other one didn't have it. And that's it. They're Windrowers. 2.8 metre and 3.4. This is the 2.8. Yes. Lovely. Next, we've got this beastie. I say that a lot when we get the big mods. I need to think of a different word. Monster? No. This is the D6N LGP by genamsk. 18.97 megabytes download, 15 slots on console. It also comes with a leveler in the pack, bulldozer blade, but it's under levelers. One slot, 4.3 meters wide, and it also comes with a plough. It's actually under subsoilers. That's 4 meters. That's also one slot. Nice looking bit of kit. And you might notice this. As I drove over from doing my thumbnail, I had the blade down, so it does push pretty much anything it gets in its way. The grass all kind of just piled up in front of it, so the dozer blade does work. You might want to use it for forestry. You might decide with the rocks now available, you might want to make your own quarry. You might want to have a whole load of stuff going on with that, because there's a few dump trucks and things now, so you could set up your own quarry if you wanted to. This you'll find under vehicles, under miscellaneous. 350 grand, it's not cheap. 182 horsepower. Slot count comes down from 15 to 1. No options available, you get it just like that. And then if we go to our levelers, on the end there, 2,450 for the 4.3 meter dozer blade. Again, no options on that. And if we go to our subsoilers, which is that one there, on the end, the D6N Ripper 9,500 for a 4 meter. It requires 140 horsepower, but the vehicle's got enough horsepower to operate that. Anyway, no options on that either. So what we can do, hop in, start it up. On, lights. Dozer blades we can go up and down with. And we can also tilt forwards and backwards. There's not a huge amount of movement in it, but you probably don't need a huge amount of movement in it. And then the rear ripper blade. I can lower the plough, and it will plough normally under normal ground because it's a plough. But although we are ploughing at 9 miles an hour, so it's got a bit of speed to it, but it also allows you to create fields. So if you are doing forestry and stuff, and you want to dig up around where you've been working, we can create fields too, or extend fields, or whatever. It works just like a regular plough. You put it on the back of this tracked monster. It's very cool. Interior view is pretty restricted, but details there that needs to be there. Nice mod that. Lights off, engine off. Out we go. That's the D6N LGP by genamsk. Moving on from there. What we'll do next? Oh yeah, we've got the Holaras Viking by MoosAgrar. 6.17 megabytes download. 4 slots on console. Actually, there's 2 of these. There's the Viking and there's the Viking with like kind of fork on it. Both of them are 4 slots. This one doesn't have the fork on the front, but this one does. Other than that, they're identical, but that can be lifted up out of the way, so we're going to use this one. You'll find these under compaction, soil compaction, silo compaction, soil compaction. Right letters, wrong order. 23,360 for the Viking on its own. No options, get it just like that. Then the Viking grass fork has a 3,000 litre capacity on the grass fork. So what you can do, if you're doing silage silo work, you can use that to lift grass at 3,000 litres at a time, move it around if you need to, and then you can use the equipment, say as intended. L1 and X takes the spikes off, So you can use it as a regular fork. I'm not going to pick everything out. It's 3,000 it is, but you can use it as its regular fork. If we go to that one, L1, R1, and left stick side to side will raise that up out of the way. So if you don't want to use that, I can put the cover back on that. We can move it out of the way and use it as it. I keep saying as it intended, but that's not the case. Right, L1 and right stick side to side. We can tilt it forward and backwards, and we can go up and down with our right stick. So we've got a bit of movement there for manual adjustment if you want to. If we just do lower, it will lower down into position and raise, so we can do it automatically. R1. So I'll do L1. I think it's R1. R1 and right stick side to side extends that side. Up and down extends that side, so we can adjust the width of this, its working width. And then L1, R1, right stick, we can raise this up out the way as well if we want to. So there's quite a bit of movement on it. I was just curious to see how effectively it will work as a leveler, compactor. I mean, let's get up onto here first, see how this works. Right, turn it on, drop it down. Every time I try to do one of these as a demo, it's catapulted me across the map, or something's gone horribly wrong. It never seems to work as I think it's going to. I mean, it's not... I think it's just intended more to level than it is compact, because it's not compact any quicker than I would expect. I've certainly had faster ones, but as far as levelling goes, it's doing a cracking job of levelling the clamp quickly. So it's getting stuck straight away. Oh. But then I've got my manual adjustments. If I want to adjust it manually, I can. Yeah, I mean, as far as levelling goes, yeah, it's going great guns. Compaction, not as fast as I thought it might be. But anyway, that's the Holaras Viking. That's by MoosAgrar. Engine off. Next, we're going to whiz through. We got a Valtra and a Valtra Valmet to have a look at. First one is the Valtra Valmet 8750. This is by, where are we? We've lost it on the sheet. BlendArt and Kolchozník Jr. So it's this one here. Now, I haven't come back out into the mod hub because this is curious. Looking at the pictures, it might be only on PC. I'm racking my brains and I could be wrong. I probably am. That on the front there is designed for, there's a rear crane. I know we had one FS19. I'm trying to think if we've got on console on FS22 yet. 3-point link mounted rear crane, and the arm can go across the top and it rests in that cradle. It doesn't come with this tractor. I think it's a separate mod, but I'm racking my brains to whether we've got it on FS22 yet or not. I'm not 100% certain. But the tractor comes with all this lovely gear that we can put on it. Very nicely detailed, a few different options with regard to colour choices and that kind of thing. And you don't have to have all the forestry stuff on it if you don't want to. You'll find this under medium tractors. There we go. 180,500 for the base models, 190 horsepower. The horsepower can't be changed, it's 190. We've got standard configuration, forest frame, arm holder, so that's for the crane to sit in. Forest frame and arm holder, so whichever you want to go for. Then we've got option of Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and back. I'm not going to go. Often I will go through them all and then, but just not say what they all are. I think I'm going to have to get into the habit of saying that you know there are loads of wheel brands now, and every tractor, every vehicle that has loads of options on there, unless there's something particular that stands out, or a massive LSW or tracks or something that I think, actually, you know what, I really want to show that, because we've got standards, standard twos. The difference with this mod is that on the various different tyre choices, we've got then chains with it as well. Now, not all of them, like that one's got narrows, but doesn't have the chains, but some of the different wheel brands do. We've then got rear twins, back to standard. I'm trying to find one that does twins. There we go. So that's narrows and narrows with chains, which the Trelleborg didn't have. So as you go through, there's just all the various different selections. I think Mitas is wide and wide 2 only. So yeah, have a fiddle through. You will always find something you like, whatever your preferred tyre choice is. It might be you're looking for something very chunky, or you're looking specifically for narrows, or there might be something you're particularly looking for. I know on days when there are lots and lots of mods, it's very hard to show all of them. And I can imagine, I keep doing it, but thinking people must get bored. So, I don't know. Front loader attacher, no, quick, hour, or off. The main colour, anything on this palette here. Design colour does the bonnet as well. So we can change that and the little bits to the side underneath that. And then grid colour does the front section. Let's go for something else, like blue, there we go. Then we've got rim colour, again, anything on that palette. And then license plate option 2. So, hop in, start it up. Sounds very nice. Lighting's very good. It does actually sound very nice indeed. Now, L1, R1. We've got no doors or windows. Oh no, it's the other one that does. But we do have change driving direction. So if you have got the crane, or have got a crane on the back, you can change driving direction and you can operate the crane on the back if you want to. Let's swap back. Interior, nicely detailed. Nice mod. That's the Valtra Valmet 8750. And that's by BlendArt and Kolchozník Jr. Next then, do this one last. I just want to get this into position, ready to show you. Next then, we've got this. This is an older style. This is the Valtra T120 T190 by FarmerFivetom, 39.04 megabytes download, 29 slots on console. There are a ton of options on this one. Also under medium tractors. On the end there, 100 grand for the base model. It does go all up to a 200 horsepower. So we've got on the back here, we've got weight holder on the front, pickup hitch on the back, weight holder on the front, pin coupling on the back. Then we swing round and we've got front lifter on the front, pickup hitch at the back, front lifter at the front, pin coupling at the back, so whichever you want to go for on that. Then under, we've got Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Mitas, BKT, Vredestein, Nokian, and back again. I'm trying to think what the options were on these, because there were some that stood out and I can't remember what they were. No, I think it was pretty much, it doesn't have chains on this one. I was quite impressed with the fact that there was different widths on these. So you've got standard and a wide on the knock-ins. Other than that, same thing. Go through, there's a whole load of tyre options. I mean, it could be that there's a lot of tyre option gurus out there who are annoyed now that I might not be showing them all, but like I say, it does take a while. Mind you, so does my waffling. So there's a whole load to choose from. Under tyres. Then we've got specials. We've got standard. We've got a class version. And there's a 500,000th special. Now, I was trying to look at, I think there's a couple little, I don't know, I couldn't work out what was, I thought there'd be a sticker or a decal or something on it. Class. As far as I can tell, the only thing that changes, it gives you a chrome exhaust cover, I think. Then we've got reverse drive control. So you can have it standard or you can have reverse drive control. You don't have to have it if you don't want to. Then we've got wheel weights are separate to the wheels. So 160, 320, 480, 640 or no. Fenders, wide on the rear. Front and rear, wide on the rear. Then we've got attention plates. You've got a rear triangle. You've got those side markers. Now I couldn't get those side markers to unfold. That's peculiar. Side markers and triangle. Intake pipe. This is weird because we've got our exhaust stack on that side, but you can have another one. Rack them up. Beacons, left, right, both. Dashboards. You've got an agro line or a pro line. It's a little bit of a change on the interior. Front loader attacher, quick, hour, smaller, quick, yes, no. Then we've got engines. Now, we've got 40 km per hour and a 50 km per hour in most of the engine sizes. So 110 horsepower, 40 km an hour, 50 km an hour. Then we've got 125 horsepower, 140 horsepower, 150 horsepower, 160, 180, 200, which I think was the one I went for. Main colour change. Now we've got those colours across the top, standard, and then you've got the metallic versions of them. So, I mean, it's very metallic, kind of chromed. Then the framework, or the mesh. Oh no, it's the lights, sorry. So around the lights, we've got silver, or we've got a chrome around the light fittings there at the front. Rim weight colour, so if you've gone for, I told you loads of options. So if you've gone for weights on that, you can change the weight colour. Grill colour, so this is where we can change the grill. So we've got a, so I preferred that one actually, I quite like that. There's a dark one and then there's a black, if we go like that. Then there's the actual rim colour itself. And then license plate. Whew, hop in, start it up. Now, this one, lights like that on the front are on. We go to the next one up, they go up to the top of the cab, but the ones down there turn off. Then we got kind of all round as well, so the lighting's pretty substantial. Then we've got under L1, R1, left stick side to side does the rear window, right stick side to side does the right door, right stick up and down does the left door. So we've got doors and windows on this one. On beacons. Yeah, I'm just because it shows in the actual in the store those arms are down, but I can't find an option for it. I can change driving direction if you've gone for that option, because that was one of the options in there. We can change driving direction like we did another one. One of the other things that changes when you choose that option is it puts the window down there so you can see the hitch. Check that again. No, I haven't got an option to put those sidebars down. Anyway. Interior. Neat, tidy, loads of detail. It's a nice mod. The Valtra T120, T190 by Farmari99. Loads of options to go through. Which brings me on to the last of the mods. I think it's the last of the mods for today. And it's the lifting platform by Dusty. It's cool. It does have one drawback, which you'll see in a moment. Depending on what you put your option on for placing, so if you go for your placeable and it comes up with the option is you're too close to an object and you press triangle, it may allow you to put it under certain barns and buildings or just inside, depending, you might get away with it. If we come around to the side here, this is where our trigger is for doing our work on it, but if you want to lift it, we come around to this side here. It says lifting platform lifting, press circle. It extends the bars out underneath. Does that automatically, which I think is quite cool. Then it clonks it up. Now, the only person that I think ever really nailed this was Alien Jim, that got this right. I think a couple of other people, I say copied him. I don't want to cause a war in the modding community. So that's it lifted, and it's cool because it adds that immersion to it. You can get underneath, that kind of thing. Now you can't do it in increments. You decide that up or down. And here's where it's got its minor flaw, I think. If you put it down. Now with Jim's, you had to go right forward up against it, showed a sign, and when you did that, when it came back down, it came down with it. Unfortunately, it doesn't, although you can see all that being put away. But if I enter the vehicle now, having just had my suspension repaired, I may have just broken it. So that's the lifting platform. You'll find that under buildings, under build mode, under tools. If we go back that way, it's 5,000, 2 slots, 0.38 megabytes download, and you can place multiple ones of those if you want to have a whole kind of workshop thing set up, which I think would be very cool. That's it. That's by Dusty, and that's it for the mods for today. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.